Time for some history, dog.
There's so many people making podcast studios as well.
I know. I'm going to do one as well.
Oh, yeah, proper one.
Once I've got the house done.
Yeah, nice. We'll have to hire it off of you.
Yeah. You can have it for free.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Don't quote us on that now. Welcome back to Browse and History this week, guys. Ieuans away this week, so I got Ross and Keiran from All the Stuff and Some of the Things podcast back.
Hello.
Yo.
Wee. And I don't know if anyone listened to our episode on your podcast. We all spoke about how you guys and myself were a fan of the American history side of things.
Yeah.
I think I said on your episode as well, one of the reasons I like it is because it's so fucking short, so it's easy.
Yeah. Such a short time period.
And not so long ago, so that the details are a bit more solid.
Yeah, you can kind of imagine things a bit easier.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when I look at like ancient Roman stuff, I find it so hard. I'm like, that was so long ago. I can't
that's it.
I can't picture what it must have looked like.
Like dudes weren't even wiping their arse, like, properly. What we call properly. They definitely didn't have bidets or anything either. You know what I mean? So I get that with the American history as well. Like, it's so much more. I guess if you go back to Georgian era as well with Britain, it's quite fun. I used to not enjoy that so much. But, yeah, with the American history one as well, it's a lot of fucking violence very quickly.
Yeah. It's a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
A lot of people just trying to find their own way.
Yeah, that's what's nice about it as well, right?
Trying to get to the top.
Yeah. I always respect like some entire nation which turned around and went, "Oi, King George, fuck off."
Yeah. This is ours now.
Yeah, that's it. We're taking this.
Maybe we should do the same now.
It would be nice, you know. Definitely more in heart with their sort of values than any fucking lizard rural people. Do you know what I mean?
Fuck them guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We got banned for that stuff, so we can't talk about it.
Yeah, we did get a ban.
Oh, you got banned from a racing group, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because we called Charles a non-sympathiser.
Well, I mean, there's no lie about that,
It's
right?
true.
It's true. It's facts.
It's facts.
Everyone he surrounded himself with.
All his buddies.
Yeah.
Even his mentor,
Yeah.
Lord Mountbatten.
Lord Mountbatten.
Yeah, bruv.
Guilty by association.
That's what I say.
Death by boom.
So, as we said, we're a fan of American history. I've pulled a nice one out for you guys. I was interested when I saw the name of this subject as well. I'd never heard of it, which was fucking awesome. I like the fact something new I hadn't heard from American history.
Cool.
So what we're going to be looking at is on the... you can hear me flicking through my pages here because I've lost my fucking page. Look, could you imagine if I was
so many
individual
notes.
flicking through them, bruv? So what we're going with, here we go, I finally made it. Yeah, it's a lot of notes, isn't it? We're going with August 14th, which is actually today, which is very rare that happens on this episode.
I'm glad Kieran was free to join us.
Yeah, there you go.
Busy man.
So we got August 14th, 1794, and it's about the Whiskey Rebellion.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what happened on this day in history was the Whiskey Boys, which was the name of the rebellion group.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty solid,
original. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
good,
it.
isn't it?
Why were they called the Whiskey Boys?
Well, it's the Whiskey Rebellion, you'll find out. But on this day, they hold a convention at Parkinson's Ferry, which is now called Whiskey Point, to discuss where they should go with the revolution from this point.
Oh, okay.
And when we reach the story, you'll see where they were at this point as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited. I've not heard about this.
Yeah, the Whiskey Rebellion, Whiskey Revolt.
Never heard of it.
Never heard.
No, that's it. And I don't know, have you guys ever watched the musical Hamilton?
No.
It's fun. You know, my chick made me sit down and watch it with her, and I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't mind a musical, you know, but and also it's history based.
No, that's right.
So
I don't mind history ones. I'm alright with that.
That's it. It's all about the founding fathers.
Yeah.
George Washington's in it. You're like, yeah, go on, boy, give it to him.
Was it like a full-on musical?
Yeah, full on
They
musical.
like sing and dance about
Yeah, full on singing.
everything.
It's even filmed on stage. Like, it's a full on musical, bruv. But it's good. It's like it's a hip hop musical.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I've heard some songs from that actually.
Oh really?
They kind of go hard from what I've heard.
Go hard. They do go
Like,
hard.
I don't know what it is about musical songs as well. They do just go hard. Like the drums are always like makes me do that like that face. It gets me.
That's why I don't mind a musical, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get you pumping. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? They're singing a song about the hero. You're like, yes,
Yeah,
God.
like, come on. Yeah.
It's like, I still think some of the like most masculine songs in the world, which can get you pumping. 2 of them are fucking Disney movie tunes. Mulan's one.
100%.
Yeah, there you go.
God.
There's actually 2 tunes in Mulan, not just
Ooh.
one.
What's the?
So Make a Man Out of You.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the one
What's the other one? Please?
A Girl Worth Fighting For.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Oh
one.
wait, how's that
They're
one go?
just chatting about. I'm not going to fucking sing it.
Go on, sing it, go on.
No, I'm not. It's just a bunch of geezers marching through fucking scenery, getting ready for war, chatting about the women back home they want to bang and the women on the path they're going to bang down
Lads.
the road. Yeah, it's just lads being lads.
Love that.
You know, and what I really enjoy about it is like all happy and jolly, and you're imagining being in the army with the boys, you're out for a little trek, maybe in the World War II cocaine chocolate,
Yeah.
chewing your mouth off, do you know what I mean? You're having a good time, good jolly with the lads, but then the song abruptly ends.
And then they come across that scene, didn't they?
Burnt Out Village.
And the little doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a powerful
Oh, I need to
fucking...
rewatch
Yeah,
Mulan.
you do,
Yeah,
man.
bruv, that's a sick tune.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I'm getting to rewatch some stuff now with little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Getting through it again.
Get him on. So the other Disney tune that's like proper fucking pumping geezers
Go on.
is it's a bit cheesy, but you got to get the boy on Tarzan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tarzan soundtrack is fucking fire, bro.
Phil Collins.
Yes.
You know, like they went to Phil Collins and they were just like, right, we just got a film. It's about a guy in the jungle, pretty chill. Just, do you want to write us a couple of songs? And then he like put the mixtape forward. And they were like, holy fuck! They're sitting there like, Phil, why'd you go so hard, bro?
Chill, Phil, chill.
Chill. Yeah, man, that's got some bangers in it.
Son of Man is what I
Oh.
recommend, bruv. That's in my training playlist. I've got it in my playlist when I teach classes.
That's
It's
great.
a fucking banger. And the lyrics too, bruv. It's
Yeah.
powerful. It's a
No, it gets
powerful
me
song.
pumped.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
The
Tarzan.
key change, like towards the end.
Yeah.
Key changes get me, man.
He's a genius, really, isn't he?
I love it.
I got really into Genesis, the band he was
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
Yeah.
just before I went on holiday earlier this year, right? And one of the museums I went to was fucking completely procured by the man himself. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Completely curated the museum.
No shit.
Paid for everything. And I was like, bruv,
That's it.
That's
I've
pretty
just
cool.
been listening to Genesis. This is fucked up. Now Phil's talking me through the museum.
Holy shit.
Phil-
Phil followed.
Ever feel like you're in a simulation?
Yeah, right. Don't start with me on that. That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, same.
Like, because you'd never know if you was,
No, not at all.
and that's the worst thing about it.
And that's why it doesn't bother thinking about it when I think on that one.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to know what life is like outside the simulation because let's have a good time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Let's
mean?
move on
But
from
if
that.
it is a simulation and someone's controlling me, please just give me a fucking break. Come on, man.
Well, think about it like the Matrix, right? When they got out the Matrix, boy, was it shit.
Yeah, true.
Even in
Yeah.
caves and shit. Jog on. Even that rave was a bit whatever. You know what I mean? I didn't see anyone gurning off there.
Nah,
Do you know what I mean?
no one was having a good time, man.
Nah, they were just, I don't know, high on being alive, which is not as fun as it could
Yeah,
be.
no, that's...
So we got the Whiskey Rebellion. It happened in the early 1790s, and I thought, what we'll start with is Ross. Have you got some event? No, start with us off with birthdays for
I've
August 14th.
I've got some birthdays for the 14th.
Go on.
We've got you've spoken of something to do with these people before. Catherine of York.
Yeah.
She was the 6th daughter of Edward IV.
Nice.
She was one of the ones who got cancel culture back in the day.
Nice.
And Richard III obviously sent her away, or sent
Yeah.
all of her family away, saying that they weren't legitimate.
Yep.
So yeah, she hid out in like Westminster Abbey with her siblings and that.
Smuggled in a church.
Yeah, and then when eventually, obviously, Henry VII won the War of the Roses,
Yeah.
he married her sister Elizabeth of York.
And there we go, and then that's what made it says.
So she
Oh,
was
nice.
born 1479 on this day,
Oh, nice.
all them many years ago.
She's a good one. That'd be a good, simple way to do a fucking Tudor Rose podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we got French painter
Yeah?
Claude Joseph Vernet.
Renee? I know the name.
I've heard the name, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not cultured enough, I guess.
No, I'm not really cultured enough for artwork, really.
No, neither am I.
Artwork just blows my mind. Like, I went to the Louvre and I was looking at all the shit in there and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how has someone done that with their hand?
Did you got to see like the Mona Lisa and shit?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Damn.
It's really small.
I tell you what.
Really?
Yeah, it's smaller than what you think.
Oh shit.
It's still like a decent size, but like it's not. I don't know. In my head, I had it was well big.
Yeah.
And so it's tight. You have to queue like zigzag down this little room, and you get about 10 seconds probably to look at it.
That's banging.
That's
It's pretty sick though. But I
had
stood
a
there
little
like, damn,
bit.
my boy Da Vinci painted that. That's sick.
Yeah, that is sick. That is really fucking cool.
I had a little bit about the Mona Lisa for our next episode,
Oh,
but I'm going to tell you it now because
okay,
while
go
we're
on.
the
Yeah,
subject.
while we're on it.
Go on.
You know when it was stolen,
Yeah.
they had more visitors to come and see the empty spot where it was. than
No,
they did
fuck
when it was-
off.
I don't know, 'cause I need
That
to-
can't be true like now.
No,
though,
not,
'cause-
maybe not now, but I need to look at the
Yeah.
time period
That's
that it was
fucking
gone.
great.
That's
I think
sick.
it might have been like daily visitors, possibly.
That's
More
crazy.
people come to see it, not there.
Would you go wearing black?
Yeah, I'd mourn
The
it.
morning.
The Mona Lisa, innit?
Nice.
Yeah, so sorry, I was saying Venet, that was Claude Venet.
Yeah.
He was in 1714,
Alright.
and then his youngest son, Carl Venet,
Yeah.
was born on the same day in 1758,
Oh, go on.
and he was also a French painter.
Well, yeah, son of a painter, going to be a painter.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, they were both on the same day. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool to happen. That's a nice little...
I'd be fuming.
Stolen my birthday.
Imagine like
Right.
it gets like a big birthday, big 4 hour or something, and you've got it's my kid's 11th birthday. Oh fuck's sake! I wanted to go to the pub, but we've got to throw a party or something. Oh, fuck.
We'll go McDonald's.
Fuck that.
Ronald McDonald party.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
If his 18th would be a piss
Yeah,
up.
that would
Yeah,
be sick.
that'd be good.
His 18th would be a piss
First
up.
18 years must suck though.
We got the surname of this guy is obviously it's been a quite a big film recently.
Oh, go on.
Oppenheimer.
Ooh.
Is it?
But
Who's
this is
that?
Frank Oppenheimer, his younger brother.
Oh, okay, yeah,
What
yeah.
did he do?
Flick.
He was the same. He
Oh,
helped
yeah,
work
yeah, he
on the
did
same
that.
projects and stuff like that. He was actually in the film.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he was born in 1912.
Nice.
Okay.
Socialist sympathiser, wasn't he? I
Yeah,
think?
he was a proper Marxist.
Yeah, he was.
And he basically got outcast.
Good.
Bloody commies. We gotta drop as many iron words in here as we
Yeah,
can.
fuck them
I've
commies.
been practicing. It's like pigeons.
Pigeons, ponies, and commies. That's
Steve Martin.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
1945.
Damn.
Dope.
Oh,
He
how old
was
is he
old,
now?
isn't he?
Yeah, he's
What's that
What's that
making?
about, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
think so,
about
yeah.
is that 78 or 79? Is he?
No, that makes it older than that, doesn't it?
Is he?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his specials were
about
like the
78,
70s
yeah.
and shit. 80s, it was his specials actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously, planes, trains, automobiles.
Yeah, of course.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Great film.
Pink Panther.
Pink Panther.
I meant great film was Planes, Trains and Automobiles, not Cheaper by the Dozen. That wasn't particularly one of those ones that stood out to me.
Yeah, no, I like the planes, trains. I only watched that for the first time last year.
Same actually.
I've never seen it, I don't think.
No,
Have you not?
it's got the big guy in it. What's his name?
Chris, no.
The one who's in.
Yeah, I know
Cool
exactly what you
Runnings.
mean.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, people are killing us right now.
They're screaming.
Yeah, they are screaming.
I can hear them. Oh, that's just the voices in my head. I'm not sure about it.
Why can't I think of his name?
Nah,
We'll move on.
we'll have to.
Let us know.
Yeah,
If you
please,
know.
please let us know. I'm sitting here, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm panicking now.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson. American
Ooh,
basketball.
Really? The man who defeated AIDS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With money?
Yeah. That was a
Yeah,
strange one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 1959 he was born.
Damn, he's old as fuck too.
Jesus Christ.
He's a coach. Was he a coach as well?
I think.
I think he
so.
went into coaching
Oh, I
afterwards.
don't know. I don't know enough about basketball.
Yeah, I know a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
I know you basics, you know what I mean? Michael Jordan. There you go.
Michael Jordan.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Yeah, Space Jam,
Yeah.
that's it. I was a
Best-
kid in the
best
90s,
film
of
ever.
course.
That's still your favourite
Oh,
film.
100%. That's the
That's a
best
good
film that's
choice.
ever been made.
It's a good choice.
If you like ever need to distract me,
What
whack that
about
on.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Because that's also got that
Yeah.
same cartoon real vibe.
I did like the Looney Tunes Back in Action as well with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I remember it.
What a classic.
I'm a big Looney Tunes fan.
Yeah, me too.
I've got a great video
I
for
love
you.
it.
Have you watched the new Space Jam?
No, I refused to watch it
No.
No, I watched
because I
it.
saw the
Of course you
trailer.
did. You got a kid. How
Yeah.
was it?
No,
Do you know what? It weren't bad. It
Okay.
wasn't trying to be the same film.
Yeah.
It was all modern. It was a different storyline.
yeah, but like, that's what I don't like. All the weird cartoons look weird.
Yeah, but it was like more like a Space Jam 2 rather than trying to reenact Space Jam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still I refuse.
Yeah, it doesn't need a two, does it?
No,
Unless
it's
it's like-
perfect.
Or if they do, then make it a different sport, maybe.
Yeah, I'll do like
Yeah.
baseball, American
Yeah.
football or something.
You know, teams playing golf.
That might have been better.
Play curling.
Yeah.
Who else we got here? In 1966, Halle Berry.
Ooh,
No way.
Yeah.
What year?
1966.
Still a babe.
she's older than what I thought as well. Actually.
Yeah, she's old.
Yeah.
Did she do that fight film the other?
I haven't seen that
I
film
haven't
where
seen
she's
it.
like some fighter, but I
Didn't
have
she
seen.
do it with? Was it Valentina Shevchenko? She did it with. Was that her thing? Was she like recording a scene with her?
Oh, I don't know if she recorded a scene with her.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I know she
Not
got
seen
into
that.
it all after John Wick 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
She was doing all the jiu-jitsu and shit with Jean-Jacques Machado during that.
This is why you should bring notes.
Should do. That's what Google's for.
It's true. He has got the power of Google.
Yeah, exactly.
Paddy McGuinness.
Yeah, I know Paddy McGuinness.
1973.
Nice.
Geezer.
The actor, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
comedian. Well, is he a comedian? I don't think he's a stand-up, is he? He's in all the
Oh,
Peter
that's
Kay
exactly-
stuff.
I was thinking of
Yeah.
a different Paddy, but it's that one you think
The one who
about.
does
the
all
one
stuff
that
with
does.
Peter Kay.
Yeah.
No like it, no like
That's
it.
him,
Yes,
yeah.
and Take
Let
Me
the donkey see the carrot. That guy.
That guy.
What was that
that
called?
guy.
Take Me Out. That one.
Yeah. What a
Filmed that in
stupid
Maidstone,
program.
didn't
Was it?
they? Down the road from
That
it.
it was.
Yeah.
They've had loads of stuff down there. Jeremy Kyle, Trisha.
I thought Jeremy Kyle was in Manchester.
Oh, it might have been. I might
I
have
think
been
it's
thinking Trisha.
Trisha. Yeah.
Gonna say if I could have gone and seen Jeremy Kyle
Yeah, I
all
would
these
have
years
seen
and I
Jazza in
haven't.
the prime. Do you know
Oh,
what I
that
mean?
would have been brilliant. Jerry Springer was better.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace. That was only recently.
I
wasn't it?
ended up down a rabbit hole of Jerry Springer the other night.
Did
For
you?
about 20 minutes. I was just watching Jerry Springer videos. It's fucking hilarious.
That was some of the greatest
Oh,
things
it's just
ever.
it's the bit at the end, you know, when the crowd just start rinsing him.
Yeah.
It's just like a back and forth roasting session. I love it.
So cringy though.
Yeah, no, but it's just like there'll be like some big girls out on stage. It's like, question through the big red one. Why we got 2 postcodes? And it was like, oh! Fucking, it's brilliant. It's so good.
If anyone ever does like a comedy roast battle, just go watch old Jerry
Yeah,
Springer take some
literally,
notes,
just
bro.
take all of them.
Fuck. That's a great idea.
Who else we got? Mila Kunis.
Ooh,
Yeah?
Tasty.
Go
Yeah,
on.
nice.
That was a weird thing to say.
But it's not wrong.
Tasty.
Yum. Not so young. Nick Grimshaw.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah. And James Buckley. Jay from In Between Us.
Oh, nice. That's a solid one.
yeah. That's a
So
good
that's
choice.
birthday's completed it, mate.
Go on, boy. What have you got? Any other major historical events happened
I've got
today?
some major historic events. I've got a death quickly.
Oh, go on.
Enzo Ferrari, the Italian race car driver who
Really?
founded Ferrari. Yeah, he died in
Car crash?
1988. I don't know how he died actually.
88
me
sounds
check.
a bit late.
Yeah.
I doubt that was a car crash. That's going to be a health thing. That's going to be
Probably.
one
He was
out of
probably
a
well.
dream.
I mean, if he created Ferrari, he was probably quite old, was he not?
That's what I'm saying.
I reckon so.
Yeah.
Um,
Ran out of his adrenochrome.
we got King Duncan
Yeah.
was killed in battle against his first cousin and rival Macbeth,
Oh, shit. Yeah, that did happen.
and then he obviously succeeded him as King of Scotland.
Of course. And then old Willie boy wrote a
He
fucking
wrote
sick
a
play
play.
about it.
A nice little story about it, didn't he?
Yeah.
I still don't understand the words.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
I don't understand anything that he writes.
I've been in Shakespeare plays and I don't
Okay.
fucking...
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I remember reading it in school and just like, why are we learning about this?
I
I
know,
don't
right.
understand it. How's it going to help me write better? Who was it? No, yeah, that was 1040.
Nice.
1914,
on.
World War One, start of the Battle of Lorraine.
Oh.
Was an unsuccessful French offensive.
Yeah.
They're never very good at being
No,
offensive,
No,
are they?
was there many successful ones?
No, I think they just ran away most of the time with their white flags up.
They did. They did. And if they didn't, a lot in history, they definitely did it recently enough, the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
important ones, to be fucking rinsed
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep banging on about that time you smashed us in like 1300s. Like,
No, that's
shut
it.
the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Where were you during
The
World War
most
Two?
important one. It was
Yeah.
the World War. It was
Do you know
most
what I mean?
important.
It was when they were like being dicks about like I was listening to this really in-depth podcast about World War Two. He's got like 246 episodes and it goes from like front to back. It's insane. It's so much detail. It's crazy. But he was talking about when France first surrendered to the Nazis. Britain were like, well, give us all of your Navy ships, like, now, before the Germans get them.
Damn right.
And they were like, nah. And they, like, blew loads of them up so that we couldn't have them. And shit like that. Like,
Fucking
I was listening to the podcast fucking fuming. I was just like, I'm going to find the first French person I can and slap the fuck out of him. You silly cunt.
You daft fucking
Yeah, like, same with,
bastard.
like, all the aeroplanes and stuff. Like, they left them so that the Nazis could have them.
To be fair though, do you reckon we would have given them back?
Probably not.
I wouldn't have.
Not the point.
Yeah, it's no point to just run away all the time.
We're just trying to fight the Nazis,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Come on.
We got 1947, Pakistan gains independence from Britain,
Go on.
Nice.
and also in 1971, Bahrain declared its independence from Britain.
Everyone's
This is
declaring it.
Bad
This is
day-
the
bad day
Empire.
for Britain.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to do it this year. Have you heard anything?
Scotland might try again.
They should. The only country ever to remain as part of like the British Empire,
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah.
The only one to ever voluntarily stay.
Yeah,
Disappointing.
it's true, voluntary. Yeah,
Whipping
it's-
boys.
But like,
Whipping boys.
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I don't know, man. You got to have a bit of Scotland, England, Scotland, and Wales. Northern Ireland, I'm gonna have fucking start some bombs there. Northern Ireland, I don't mind giving them back at whatever. It's Ireland. You
Yeah.
guys are that pissed. I get it.
Just take it
You're a
back.
little hungry, whatever. Like, come on, bro.
But there's a bit of water between us, fair enough.
Yeah, alright, fine,
Take it.
have it. But
It's funny you should say that actually, because
oh shit.
1969 British troops were deployed in Northern Ireland, marking the start of the 37-year Operation Banner. Also on this date. It's been a good one.
I bad a little bit, you know. We fucked around.
Yeah, the only other thing I've got for this date is in 2021,
Go on.
a 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck Haiti and
Oh,
killed
yeah.
2,258 people.
That's it. Then Hillary Clinton got to work.
Yeah.
As usual. I'm actually involved in everything, everywhere.
This bitch.
This bitch. Do you
Yeah.
wanna? So as we're doing our story setting around like the early 1790s, do you want to sort of set the scene for what's the world like in the 1790s, Ross?
Well, we've got some, what is it? The first State of Union address was given by George Washington.
Nice,
That was on the 8th of January,
nice. What year particularly did you go?
1790.
Nice.
We got the 11 minor states of the Austrian Netherlands
Oh yeah.
took part in a revolution
Oh,
at the
back
end
in
of 1789, and they signed a treaty of union creating the United States of Belgium.
Oh shit.
Oh, what?
It only lasted until December the 2nd when the Holy Roman Empire recaptured Brussels, bringing an end to the short-lived United States of Belgium and restoring the Austrian Netherlands.
So they saw what was going on with the US and was
Yeah,
like,
they're like, that looks like
Yeah.
a bit of me, right?
A bit of that.
and
And
then
then
fucking Catholic Church.
Yeah,
That's what they
Pope said nay.
do. Not today.
The United States patent system is established,
Yep.
and then the
Nice.
first patent was issued to an inventor, Samuel Hopkins. He improved the method of making, I thought this said potash, but it's potash, or potash.
The fuck is that?
Potash, I think it is. It's, I don't know. Really? It was,
Smoke a cigarette, you make potash.
Yeah,
yeah, it was just remaking ash from ash, already burnt ash, basically.
That sounds
Something
easy.
along there.
That sounds also pointless.
Yeah,
It was apparently quite a big exporting thing at the time. But
Okay.
I'm not sure what it was used for. I probably could have looked into that a bit more, but
He should have fucking.
I was more just trying to get the first patent in there.
That first pattern though, like whatever he's making there, if it was a big export, later on you'll see why I'm pissed about that. They could have fucking taxed that.
Tax that instead.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, the
Retards.
Swedish and the Russians were at each other's throats.
Nice.
There was having a fair few battles.
Yeah.
There was one Battle of Reval in what is now Estonia.
Oh fuck.
The Swedes were defeated. There was 8 Russians, 51 Swedes killed, 250 captured, and 2 ships sunk. And
Damn.
then a bit later on in the year, they had a big old battle in the Baltic Sea, a battle of 300 ships.
Fuck.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah,
I'd love to have seen one of them, like, naval battles.
Yeah,
back
have
in
you
the
seen
day.
that video? It was doing the rounds on Instagram.
No, what is it?
It's like a 4K rendered video of Japanese planes
Oh,
being
shit.
shot down by US naval ships.
Oh, really?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. It's a really powerful video, but then someone puts it in on the dock in the bay over the top,
Oh,
and it
shit.
becomes a really surreal moment.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it, as soon as I'm seeing planes go down, my gut's going because you know there's a person
like,
there.
fuck
Yeah.
You're like, fucking, that's horrific,
Yeah.
and it's war.
Yeah.
And then they do these excellent shots of just like cannons firing, zoomed in,
Yeah.
and then the fact that it's been 4K remastered makes it such a beautiful video. But you're watching this horrific thing,
Yeah.
and then someone makes it really enjoyable by putting fucking sitting on the dock in the bay
Yeah.
over the top.
So
And
you're
I was like,
You don't know where you stand.
Yeah, it was the weirdest feeling video in the world. I've saved it on my phone. I'll show you guys later. But it was freaking me out. My girlfriend's just like, look, the music just makes it cinematic. Chill the fuck out. And I was like, nice, something deep.
What music was doing better? Benny Hill?
Spin up at points when it's falling down and
I reckon
shit.
some like Slipknot or something. Just like,
Oh, fuck.
just as a dirty drop goes, as a plane gets hit, like.
The biscuit breaks
Yeah,
up.
you know, it breaks up. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. War.
Yeah, that was a big old battle going on there with them lot.
Nice.
Load of, what was it? 304 Swedes were killed, 3,500 Russians killed, and 6,000 captured. 51 Russian galleys and other rowing craft are sunk, and 22 are taken.
I feel like the Russians always have massive losses, like number-wise.
Yeah,
It's because there's so many of them,
they've
they
got
just
enough
like, it doesn't
numbers to throw
matter.
it.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just throw people at
Yeah,
things.
it's
don't they?
crazy.
Mental. This is all still 1790, by the way.
Damn.
Rhode Island ratifies the United States Constitution and
Ba-boom.
becomes the last of the original 13 original states to do so.
There you go. Making the colonies one United States.
George Washington and his wife arrived at the new temporary US capital in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
They then the following year, I think it was, they made Washington the capital.
Well, this story still happens with the capital being Philadelphia.
Okay.
So I don't think it must have been quite a bit later.
Might have been later, yeah.
But I know when they did build a nice White House, we came back and burnt them down in 1812, motherfuckers.
But yeah, that's 1790. There was a few bits for 1791, but I don't want to dip too far into
No,
your
of course.
story.
No, that's perfect, bruv. You've really nicely set the scene. And the people run around with muskets.
Oh, there's loads of
Oh,
French
muskets.
Revolution shit going on.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
no,
there
this
was
is big
revolution.
popping for French Revolution.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the reasons these whiskey boys are kicking off, because they see a lot of them are also like they were alive during the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Then they're seeing France pop off.
And then
Yeah, like,
oh,
fuck
let's
this,
have a
let's
bit
go.
of that.
Let's do it again.
That's all they
Fuck it,
know.
boys.
There was
That's all they- yeah.
There was a bit on there. I found these two dates quite interesting. The on the 20th of June in 1791,
Yeah.
the French royal family is captured when they were trying to flee, like disguised.
Mm.
And one day later, in Great Britain, the Ordnance Survey is founded for the production of maps. And I just couldn't help but think that maybe if they had a map, they would have. They'd have waited one more day. They might have had a map to escape. But
Fucked.
they linked in quite nicely.
That is a good one. I like that.
But yeah, that's my notes.
I like it, bruv. That was a
Good notes.
good setting. Yeah, good setting the scene of what's going on in the world.
That's better than my notes.
Not hard.
I got notes up here, bro. Don't worry about it.
So, August 4th, before George W. had passed. Oh, wait, hold up. The fuck am I doing? I had it one at the start of my notes, lads.
We need to get a new book soon, man.
Yeah,
It's almost
this
done.
is like my second book, I think.
Yeah.
You could start releasing them. Someone might make it into a movie.
People won't be able to read it, bro. I write in code called dyspraxia. 1600s. Oh, fucking hell, right, it's new notes again, lads. I'm talking about fucking jesters again.
We can go again if you want.
Yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it? I've got to find the starting point. Yeah, there it is. I'm seeing tar and feather. We know we're getting somewhere, gents. Here we go. So I'm going to start our story in 1783.
Ooh.
Okay.
And that's when the Revolutionary War ends.
Right.
So all the stuff you've brought up is happening not long after the
Afterwards. Yeah.
When did that war start?
1776. Or maybe a bit before, maybe 1775.
75 is ringing a bell.
Yeah,
It's
I
such a
think
long
that-
time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long old war, innit? And like I said, worth it, get rid of us.
Yeah.
Not us, like, personally, but King George and that.
Yeah, fair play.
I get it. And like, what was that fought over? Representation. Taxation through representation. Because they weren't getting represented in Parliament.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to be taxed if they're not getting represented.
Fair enough.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Take it.
Do you know what I mean? And like, the funny thing with that, so they didn't just win the war by themselves, right? We know that they were at the aid of the stinky French, yeah. and it's all started over what we said, representation, taxation. And USA is like a baby empire at the moment. After they've won, they're just like a millennial starting its new adult life, just like riddled with debt, bruv. They've got $54 million debt. Back then, that was how much it was.
Mate, what's that worth like now?
So I did a little Google on that.
Yeah, what's that work out?
13,170,600,000.
Holy
And that's
shit.
just how much they give to Ukraine now. By accident.
That was good. So they got to get their gold up after that war, right? And it's December 1790. Alexander Hamilton, the dude from the musical Hamilton,
okay, cool.
right? He realises that they can't raise their import tax any higher.
Is he just like a congressman sort of guy?
So what he was sort of during the Revolutionary War, he was like George Washington's right-hand man.
Right, okay.
When he comes in, I think he's in charge of the Treasury. I'm not entirely sure, but he's about getting money up. He's a writer.
They're always dodgy then, fucking.
Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure he started like trying to make the first national bank, like the first central bank of America and shit like that. He wasn't the dude who started it, but I think he was trying to get it going before it got going. So yeah, the dude from Hamilton realises they can't. Also got shot by, and I'm not sure if Bill Burr was joking about this, but got shot by Bill Burr's great uncle or grandfather or something.
Nice.
Just because Aaron Burr shoots.
Yeah, why not?
Shoots. Yeah, he made the joke once. He's like, yeah, just because my great uncle. I was like, fucking yeah, let's go with it. That's facts now for me. Bill Burr.
That's it, yeah.
That's your uncle. That's history, baby.
Fact check that.
That's it. No, don't.
Don't tell people.
So yeah, they realise they can't raise the import tax any higher already because bananas are already expensive as fuck. And he comes up with the great idea of a passage of a tax that on domestically produced spirits.
Okay.
Motherfuckers.
He could have fucking raised a tax on domestically made ash.
Yeah.
Out of ash.
Out of ash.
Yeah.
Potash, potash.
Potash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potash.
Fucking dick. And here's another thing which pisses me off about the Founding Fathers, even though I was singing their praises earlier, right? Do you guys know the Marvin Gaye song, Trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah, great song, right? And there's a line in it I always loved. There's only three things that are assured in life. Well, I don't think it says in life, but there's only three things that are assured: money, taxes, death, and trouble.
Yeah.
I was always like, yeah, sick line. That's dope. Well done, Marvin. But then I found out it's a Benjamin Franklin quote.
Oh.
And Benjamin Franklin was one of the Founding Fathers, right?
Yeah.
So really, it was kind of up to him whether one of the three things being assured, like tax,
Yeah.
Was actually in there.
he didn't need to assure that.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Motherfucker.
And then he's
Yeah.
making that fucking sick quote, like, props to Marvin Gaye, but
Yeah.
fuck you, Benny. Like, you were the choice
Yeah.
that taxes are assured, you prick. So, this was also the first tax levied by the government on a domestic product as well. And obviously back then, right, clean water ain't easily about. Chavy's drinking whiskey anyway.
I was it a thing they said if you just drink and drink and drink? Was it the jesters we said about?
Go on.
The guy drunk so much alcohol.
Yeah,
constantly,
yeah,
As
yeah.
soon as he had water, he then died.
He then died,
So
yeah, he drank alcohol his life.
People drank alcohol.
Isn't it only
Because
like
it's safer than water back in the day.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's like alcohol and what's the other? Is it benzos or like opiates or something? They're the only two things that if you go cold turkey can kill you.
yeah, I've heard
You're
that.
supposed to like wean yourself off or
Yeah.
something. I think it's only like
Definitely opiates.
yeah.
And
I
alcohol.
think it's
as
only
well.
then. I'm pretty sure alcohol's the other one. If you like drink loads and then just stop, like your body just.
I'm pretty sure
dies.
that's how Amy Winehouse died, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think
Maybe.
it was alcohol, yeah, like that.
Yeah, just stopping.
Maybe that's why she
mad.
didn't want to go to rehab.
Maybe.
There you go.
She knew she was gonna die.
Smart.
Shit. Sorry. Sorry, Amy. Should have listened.
Sorry, Major. So yeah, like I was saying, people were drinking bare whiskey back then, and I mean, even the dudes who were living, they've just survived the Revolutionary War. They got PTSD because they seen their mate Johnny's fucking legs blow off with a cannon.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a glass of whiskey so often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so 6 gallons a year, an average American drank of whiskey.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, boy.
That's a lot.
Spring break.
And so, at this point as well with America, like, west of the Appalachian Mountains had only just been conquered, really.
That is what state's that?
I know the Appalachian Mountains go for a few states. I know Kentucky's one of them. but it goes for a few. Pennsylvania.
I was reading a thing the other day. I think it was a guy who was on Rogan, and he done the short films and photos, and he went to the inbred people.
Yeah.
Soft underbelly thing.
Yeah, what was the fucking name of? Can't remember his name, don't worry, but they were near the
Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
So I got a fun one for the Appalachian Mountains, right? Back when we were Pangea, you know, Pangea's like the Earth is one continent. Yeah. The Appalachian Mountains and the Scotland Highlands, and like any mountains like along Wales and do you know Arden, were the same mountain.
Oh, no
range.
shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then here's the weird thing about that: when a lot of the Scottish, Irish, and English moved to America,
They went straight there, didn't they?
they fucking went there and slept there.
It's just our home, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's why they're inbred as fuck.
And one of the things they all started making as soon as they got there, motherfucking whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
So that's been like North America's been a place for Scottish and Irish to go and immigrate to for like ages.
Yeah.
Even like back in like the 70s and 80s when there was no work around, everyone was going. And that's what that Proclaimer song was, Letter from America. It was like, when you go, will you send back a letter from America? So that's where everyone was heading.
Yeah.
So,
They've always been taking them in. I mean, I know that during the Civil War they took a lot of them in just to bolster the North's numbers against the South.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of whiskey. A lot of these dudes living in just west of the Appalachian Mountains. Even clergymen in Pennsylvania, they received part of their pay in liquor.
Nice.
And so they were actually using back then as well whiskey as a type of payment.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, like, it was hard for actual cash to get to the area because there was only like 70,000 people, I think, living in that area at the time.
Yeah.
So cash was hard to get up that way.
Did they all still have their own notes and things at the times as well?
What do you mean?
Was it before like the central bank coming and all the times they all had their own bank notes?
So they all had, that's it. Like, so imagine you barely got money. Whiskey was a great thing to fucking trade.
Yeah.
Not only that, a lot of times where they're grain farmers, right? Grain was a lot heavier than whiskey is.
Yeah.
So any leftover grain, rather than trying to sell that grain, it's cheaper to make whiskey,
like a liquid.
and which doesn't also go off. If anything, it gets better with age.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge part of that culture in the Western Appalachians. And they saw this whiskey tax as they felt like it was specifically targeting them. Like Hamilton over in the East had specifically looked at them and been like,
fuck them guys.
Fuck them guys. Let's take their whiskey tax.
Yeah.
They can make our money. We're all sitting fucking fat and happy. Especially when the whiskey tax stated that they had to pay in cash. They can't pay the whiskey tax in whiskey.
But they haven't got the cash to pay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where are these guys all sitting at this moment in time while they're making these laws then?
They're sitting, so not too far in Philadelphia.
Okay,
not too far, but far enough they're not on the other side of the fucking mountain range.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the way the tax work as well, it was like they felt that big distilleries in the East also weren't being taxed enough, even when they were whiskey makers, because it was only whiskey too, no beer, nothing else, only whiskey.
Right.
And the big distilleries in the East, the way the tax worked was the more whiskey you made, the less tax you paid.
So big corporations getting away, tax evasion already.
That's exactly it. Backhand already. It was the fucking start of their country.
The elites are being born.
Well, I mean, the founding fathers were already fucking. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They were all Freemasons and all that.
And the Anunnaki from fucking years ago.
So it didn't quite work out as well for these small farming distilleries, which were run by these small families. So they ended up having to pay even more on this tax, and the tax they felt targeted them, like I said, way more. And there was even conspiracy theories going around that Hamilton was literally like trying to fuck them over.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound too far-fetched. The dude was a snaky dude as well. Our farmers in the West, often illiterate as well, thought this whole thing was a way as well for tax collectors, the actual tax collectors, to come round and fuck them over and take more than what they're owed.
Try and bamboozle them.
A little bit extra, throw a bit more on. And
just
stuff
like the taxman
that.
does with tax codes now.
Yeah.
I don't understand my tax
No, it's so
code.
confusing,
not
isn't it?
Not at all.
They change it every year.
They could literally just be charged whatever the fuck they want, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
They don't know about the cash under my bed.
They do
now.
Yeah. So, March 1791, George Washington passes the whiskey tax into law. And with the passing of the tax law, the whiskey rebellion begins almost instantly. It starts light, people simply like refusing to pay the tax or not registering their stills. It's nice and light work. But then the lads started to get organised. They started to get together.
Rowdy fellas.
That's it, yeah.
There's always a couple, isn't there? They've got to take it too far.
No way you're looking at me, bro.
Starting in the pub.
Yeah, that's it.
They end up throwing meetings together at places like a derelict fort. One of them was Redstone Old Fort. And these geezers decided to do it properly, and they needed a sick name to do it properly. So they decided to call themselves the Whiskey Boys.
Like that.
Yeah.
Good simple name
Did
for
they
the
do it with a Z
situation.
at the end?
Oh, they've got to.
The Whiskey Boys.
Could they spell that though?
Yeah,
Said a
could
bit
they
literal.
spell that? You're right.
They spelled WISKEE Boys.
Two Z's.
Yeah, two Z's. Yeah. And then they had that little S. You know, when you call that as well, yeah. That's where it started.
Nice. I like to think they did it like Lords of Dogtown style, and they linked up the wires to make like a cross or something. So now they're a named band. They needed plans to start disrupting these tax collectors. Like I said, it started real light. Summer of 1791. All they're doing is leafleting, bruv.
I was going to say putting up posters and shit.
Yeah, they're just handing out leaflets into people's doors and houses and farms.
They
and
haven't
shit.
made that illegal yet.
No, that's it. So they're going around doing that, and they're the letters are like telling people how to hide your stills and how to avoid the tax and things. But then at the same time, there's a little bit of an underlying message in them, where it's like, if you pay the tax or assist the feds in any way,
you're going to knock you the fuck out.
You're a suspect, bruv, and we'll be targeting you as a collaborator as well.
Stitches.
Yeah, that's it.
Fair play.
You know, you're going to set up, you've got to do it like that. Don't fucking show the feds this.
Set the tone early.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't want to surprise people later on, do you? You don't want to
That's it.
No,
get a
that's
few
it.
months down the line and then you change it up on them. They're going to be
And then they're like, you're extremists.
Yeah.
If you're an
Yeah.
extreme,
I didn't
tell
know
them
that.
you're
No,
extremist
you're
from
just
the
a
start.
fucking sheep.
threaten them from the start and then
That's
they
it.
can't go anywhere, can they?
That's it.
Like the mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't mind organised crime like that.
No, exactly.
You know where you stand
Keep
with
it in
them.
control.
At least
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Like, if you get involved with like a narco group, then come on.
Come on, bro.
You know the chainsaw's coming at some
yeah,
point.
that's
Like,
it. Like, you're playing your own game, like a mug's
did you
game.
really think you were going to see your mum? Like,
Yeah, it's like, come on. You're 100% right on that. At least you know with those dudes. That's why politicians suck, because they say they're going to do something good and then shaft you.
Yeah.
At least with the mafia, they do the good thing for you.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to get shafted, you probably did something, or
Yeah, you probably did something.
you
You're probably
know
responsible
what
as
you're
well.
doing getting involved with them.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
pick up the mafia.
if they want to sponsor.
Chuck some money our way, guys.
So the summer had some serious tension though. Stills were getting blown up and sabotaged by the Whiskey Boys
Nice.
because people had started collaborating and paying the tax. So the Whiskey Boys went around and fucking up those fucking grasses stills.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing, to be fair.
Yeah, there you go. Especially if it's your cash.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how you make cash.
Yeah.
September 6th, 1791, Robert Johnson, not the guitar player, the old original blues guitar player, not him, unfortunately. He wasn't alive yet. But this is Robert Johnson, the tax collector, and he's about doing his job. And he's riding past Pigeon Creek in Pennsylvania.
Oh, pigeons!
Hey, we got him there. He's riding past Pigeon Creek in Pennsylvania, and he's jumped by the Whiskey Boys.
Oh,
Hey.
All 16 of them in full drag.
Oh, nice.
They're all fucking dressed as women to try and
Fair
hide
play.
themselves.
Was it an LGBTQ parade or something?
No, this is just
Original.
I think it's a sick disguise. If
Just
you call
disguise,
yourself the Whiskey Boys
Yeah.
and you turn up dressed as women, who fucking
Yeah, who's going to know? Yeah.
We're the whiskey gals.
It's like Trojan horse, isn't it? But just like smaller scale.
It's
Yeah.
way smaller scale.
So, oh, it's a woman. Oh, dude, it's a dude.
So yeah, these 16 dudes, they pull him down from his horse, beat the shit out of him,
Nice.
shave him completely hairless, then tar and feather him.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
tar
I
and
like
feather.
I like that.
I've always liked tar and feather, and I'm pissed that nobody does it to politicians nowadays.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
It's a great one.
There's a few candidates, isn't there?
Oh, there's definitely a fair few.
Pretty
Like
much
Bill Gates
everyone,
getting
isn't it?
pied, you guys seen that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where he turned.
Yeah, it is. isn't
That
it?
was his turning point. You see it in his eyes. You
That's
know?
his villain origin
Morris.
story.
That's it, 100%. But yeah, I mean, I've seen dudes with milkshakes over them, that's not bad. But the
Yeah.
tar and feather, we need to bring that back.
Yeah, that's a fucking.
Yeah, that's
good
like a
one.
proper ball ache to get rid of. As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it, like, so tar back then was burnt at like 60 degrees. So it wouldn't
So it
like
would hurt
blister you
as
up,
well.
but it would hurt a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it'd
would
be
hurt quite a
warm.
bit. It'd be like a warm
Does
bath.
it, does it dry up as well?
Yeah, it does.
And then like trying to get it off.
is a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like waxing as well, wouldn't it? It'd be ripping all your arm hairs
Yeah.
off.
Well, no, they shaved him hairless.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they've sorted them out.
Yeah, they should have left the hair on.
Yeah, what's the
No,
complaint with
they're
that?
nice fellas. They're wearing dresses.
Yeah, it's true.
They're considerate.
Well, they still do it in Home Alone, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So why are you dressed like a chicken?
But yeah, so the tar and feather as well. I think that originally came from, if it's not an old medieval one, I know the Sons of Liberty did it, so the terrorist group that sort of started before the American Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
And I just like mentioning them because that's a sick
Yeah,
terrorist
that's a
name.
cool name.
See, we
Sons of
wanted
Liberty.
to do an episode on like tortures and stuff like throughout the years, maybe tortures or certain executions and stuff they used to do. Maybe
Yeah.
that could be dropped in there somewhere.
Yeah, you definitely got to bring up a bit of tar and feathering. That's a great one. So Johnson survives, obviously, but he has to walk all the way back to fucking Pennsylvania, all feathered up
Dressed
and
as a
without his
chicken.
horse. Yeah.
What a dick.
Why did he cross the road?
So humiliated, Johnson recognises two of the geezers,
Oh no.
despite the dress, and he reports them. Then a dude, and I can't believe some of these names. So we just had famous spooky guitar man Robert
Yeah.
Johnson. Guess who turns up to come arrest these two lads?
Jimmy Page.
John Connor.
I was going to say Jimi Hendrix.
No, John Connor from fucking Terminator
Oh,
turns
is
up
it?
to arrest them. Yeah. It's clearly not that same John Connor though, because he ends up getting beaten, whipped, shaved, tarred,
Got it back
and
at
sent
him.
packing.
Back
Yeah,
at
Oh
him.
no, actually not sent packing. He gets tied to a tree.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
How long was he tied to this tree?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I'm digging these whiskey boys. They're
Yeah,
just
I
having
like
a
them.
laugh.
They're fucking around a bit, innit? It's
Do you
just
know
boys
what?
being boys.
Just
bad,
boys
man.
being boys, man.
Fighting for their freedoms.
Yeah.
Well, just keeping it civil a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Cheeky lads, stop fucking charging us for whiskey, you cunts. They're alright.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
Yeah, that's it. Well, this ain't for them, do you know what I mean? All this clowning round got other local lads hyped, and the rebellion started growing. 1792, Hamilton is pissed. He's absolutely
On
pissed.
whiskey.
Yeah, is that almost?
No, he's pissed as in he's angry. Because he's got these fucking hicks messing with his tax. This new shiny tax he thought was, I'm going to get the country out of fucking billions of debts.
So is this debt all because of the war?
Yeah, owed to like the French and the Spanish, maybe the Spanish, but definitely a lot to the French. And Hamilton starts pushing for military intervention. Yeah, he just wants to fucking.
So he's getting the army ready to go out.
He's trying to push for it,
No.
but everyone's like, even George Washington's like, dude, fucking chill. Man.
Is there about 16 of them?
By now
Oh,
it's
it's grown a
growing,
bit.
yeah, it's growing a bit now. But everyone's like, "Dude, fucking chill, we've just had a revolutionary war about what? Taxation over representation.
Yeah, yeah.
These boys are hardly represented. You want to go send the military in?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I was chatting to my missus when I was writing notes for this, and I was like, love, I know you like Hamilton, but he's coming across as a right cunt in
That's a
this.
dickhead.
I felt bad. So he sets out for George Washington, like I said, he's like, nah son, that's not cool, we're not doing that, we're not having a full out war with the Whiskey Boys. And he sends out a request for a meeting with the Whiskey Boys.
Okay. Nice and civil.
Nice and civil. Also a big lad to come from, big George W himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Washington, not Bush. But
Yeah, you don't want to learn from that motherfucker.
no, he was pretty evil, but he's an old boy now, whatever. I'll have a little
Yeah,
chat. You seen that interview with him where he's
He
like,
said the wrong thing, didn't he?
yeah, he's like trying
This
to
is
say,
about, it's about the war in Ukraine,
he's
and
trying
he
to say
says like
about
the war in Iraq.
Ukraine is unjustified and
Yeah.
was illegal, and he says Iraq. And
Yeah.
then he just sort of looks and goes,
Oh, yeah. There's a load of dodgy stuff with that guy.
yeah, oh yeah, he's the biggest, dodgiest
There was
bastard in the world.
he was something to do with when they were flying all the cocaine back over from like South America and that. It was like,
I think that was his father.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was there
Father.
he was there as like a teenager helping unload the planes
I
and
wouldn't
shit.
be surprised,
supposedly.
bruv. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised. He loved the line as well, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised. He got caught, didn't
That's
he?
probably where he got addicted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So, yeah, Big George W sends the Whiskey Boys a note. The Whiskey Boys deny the request for a meeting.
Oh.
Ooh, fair play. Playing hard to
fuck
get.
They are. I mean, they're probably like trying to get a bit of a deal going. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
yeah, mate.
Yeah, trying to push their luck.
Do you know what I mean? Like, good business planners. So by 1793, the lads have started amping up their actions, though. They're sending threats as Tom the Tinker. That's the pseudonym they mean.
Nice.
To all different people, like fucking governors, tax collectors, distillers chiming in, just saying that, just threatening them. All of them signed Tom the Tinker. Newspapers, they're sending it to. No more tar and feathers. No, they've started burning down tax collectors' houses.
Bit of a step
Okay.
up.
Yeah, Yeah.
I feel like there's probably a stage in between that somewhere, and they've just completely skipped it.
I think it's the notes, the threatening notes.
Do you think?
I think tar and feather,
Yeah.
threatening notes, burn your fucking house down.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, maybe in the threatening note they said we're going to burn your house down first.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
They didn't
They
listen.
got warned.
So they got it.
And you can't trust the whiskey boys because they start out light and fun.
Yeah.
And the more they drink, the darker it fucking gets for everyone.
Yeah, whiskey does that to you.
Yeah, exactly.
It should be taxed.
You fucking Hamilton bastard. So, one of the tax collectors, Benjamin Wells, he actually has his house burnt down twice.
He rebuilt it.
Well, the first time they do it, he must have. But the first time they do it, he's not home, but his missus is there, and so his missus cops a beating. She cops a beating from the fucking whiskey boys.
Oh, shit.
Women beaters.
Oh yeah, I don't think they mind. The second time his house is burnt down, he is there, and they just beat the shit out of him after burning his house down.
Nice.
So at least they...
Did they get his missus a second time?
I hope they missed his missus the second time, right? Sorry about last time, love, but
He's here this time, so
we've done it
You're
up,
right.
you know what I mean? Sorry,
Or maybe
love.
he was dressed up as a woman this time and that's why he got the beating.
Oh shit.
who knows?
Maybe he dressed his wife up as a fella and she got two
Yeah,
beatings.
that's
yeah.
what it was.
Fucking
Quick,
hell.
they're coming again.
Bit like Obama and Michelle, innit?
Big Mike. So arrest warrants were served every time someone's house got burnt down. Every time. But here's the thing, like, the cops and the local judges of this area, they were sympathetic to the
So they was on their side.
Sort of, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, one of the things in the tax as well was if you do get in trouble for it, you got to be shipped off to Philadelphia to be tried in court.
Okay.
You can't be tried by a local court. So the local court's sort of on the whiskey boys' side as
Yeah.
well anyway, like, what's wrong with us? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could never get convicted, despite all the witnesses as well. Witnesses would just be like, no, we didn't see shit.
Yes, it's
Fair play.
perfect.
This is it's fucking great, bruv. It's a great little rebellion. I mean, minus the woman beating, but it's a great little rebellion.
Yeah, she probably deserved it.
Yeah, I bet she was giving them some shit. If they're burning down her house...
Well, like, take your shoes off before you come in here. Smack.
So, June 93, an effigy of General John Neville is burnt in the town square in western Pennsylvania. John Neville is a politician of the area, he's a veteran of the Revolutionary War, and he's also an industrial whiskey distiller.
So he's one of the big players.
Yeah,
Big
and he
time players.
first actually started on the whiskey boys' side,
Ah, defector.
and then
Oh, this
defected over to the
motherfucker.
Fed side.
It's the worst.
They're the
Exactly.
worst.
So
They're
they
the
they
worst.
burnt a fucking effigy of him in the middle of town square, which is fair play in my books.
That'd
Exactly.
fuck you up, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Is that because they couldn't get hold of him to burn him?
I guess
himself,
so.
Yeah.
And a bit of a threat, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, stop being a cunt, mate. Look. It's a good one. It's one that probably works.
Well, that would work. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
imagine you see like a. Are they all still dressed in drag? 'Cause that'd be even scarier.
Fucking, that
It's
would
just
work.
all these drag queens burning an effigy of you in the square. You'd be like, fuck this.
Especially when you just live in the woods.
Yeah.
Because that's where everyone was living.
Yeah.
Like, they're living in the woods.
Yeah, when I built up towns and that.
No. Maybe a few houses
Yeah.
down the road and that. But you're living in the woods, you're hunting for your food, and a large group of people, which is around that area is fucking everyone,
Yeah.
are burning a thing of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be getting the fuck out of there.
That's like if everyone had like, I don't know if you guys remember Park Life back in the day, when everyone would have like bands in Gillingham Park.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And like there'd be fuckloads of people. Or any time there's a fucking, I don't know, big festival in Medway, you rock up and suddenly there's fucking effigy of you.
Yeah, getting burnt up.
I'll be like, woohoo!
Stick on the shade and be like, fuck that guy, dickhead. So, yeah, John, August 9th, 1933, 30 geezers surround the house of William McCleary, a tax collector in Virginia.
How many tax collectors did they have?
Probably a few. This is a different state as well. Virginia is separate from
got you.
Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
one of, again, the whiskey appellation states. And they said in that state, 30 geezers surround the house of William McCleary. And he's a tax collector, like I said, and he disguises himself as one of his slaves and escapes.
Oh, no shit.
When we're talking slaves, are we talking like...
Yeah, like transatlantic slaves.
So was he blackfacing?
He blackfaced up to escape.
Oh.
I mean, if there's
That's
any...
illegal nowadays.
It is. Would it be to escape? Because commandos are allowed to do it, to be stealthy in military missions.
Who is that stand-up?
Andrew Schultz has a whole
Yeah.
That's fucking jokes, man.
It's a very good bit
Yeah,
about
it's,
it.
I like
Very
Andrew
clever.
Schultz.
Yeah, it's a very clever one. But again, much like his point in that, is
Yeah.
this one of those situations it's okay to blackface?
Yeah, where's the line?
If it's to escape to save your life. But then if you own slaves, maybe it is.
Yeah,
maybe you shouldn't
also.
be doing it. But us, sitting in there, if we had to blackface to escape the apartment because there's a, I don't know.
I was going to say, what situation
fire,
are you going
a
to?
racist fire. If we're black, it would be cool. I'm not saying it's a racist fire, do you know what I mean? Like, so if that saved us,
Yeah.
is that okay and justified?
Yeah, I'd say so.
As long as it doesn't go on social media, no one's going to know.
Well, there you go. Oh, we're
Well,
speaking about it on a
Yeah,
fucking
shit.
podcast.
Shit.
This is going out the whole world, man.
So here's another worst part about him having a black up. He has to swim across a river as well to really escape.
Does it
Oh,
come
shit.
off?
Well, I've got no fucking things, but you can imagine it would.
Yeah.
And you're panicking, 30 geezers standing there with their muskets. You've snuck out. Oh, mercy. I shouldn't have said that. But look at me. And then you're swimming in the river.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
You know what I mean? That's scary shit.
How big's this river? How long's he swimming for? We don't know.
For none of that, I ain't got these details for us, I'm afraid, Rob. But it's
Yeah,
a
you'd
shit
be
one.
panicking,
You
wouldn't
would be
you?
worried, wouldn't you? As soon as you got to dip your toes in, you'd be like, fuck, it's going to
At least once all 30 muskets are fired, you've got a good 10 minutes before the next volley of shots are coming in, so...
It's true, actually. Yeah, fucking throw a rock in the direction. So by this point, some of the whiskey boys are even chatting about allying with France or Spain.
Ooh.
So they're starting to take the rebellion serious
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, they're getting big now.
Yeah, so they're thinking, no, if we're going to fight the Feds and fight the country, France is kicking off. I bet they'd
Get
side
some
with
of them
us. Spain are fucking around down south. Maybe we could get on their
The
side.
French all still up in Canada by this point as well.
I think there's still a lot of French in
Yeah.
Canada. I think we're still up in Canada as
Yeah.
well at this point. June 1794, Congress try amending the tax just to sort of try and help the boys out a bit. Sort of like, hey lads, chill out. But all they change is that they can now go to court locally. They don't have to go all the way to Philly.
Oh, so it's easier to get prosecuted then.
Yeah, but then they might have a sympathetic jury.
Yeah, true.
True, yeah.
So it's sort of helping them out. But July 1794, Federal Marshal David Lennox, he rocks up into Western Pennsylvania, and before this new law to do with the tax is set in, he's trying to look to hand out 60 to 7 writs for arrest just before the law changes to try and get these 60 to 70 distillers the maximum punishment he can.
Motherfucker.
Prick. So he hires old John Neville, the geezer who had the effigy burned of him,
Oh,
Nice.
to be a sort of local chavvy and take him around.
His little like neighbourhood watch.
That's it. Do you remember where these geezers are? I've got fucking William here, let me go find him. Neville knows where he is because he saw him, he followed him home after he caught him burning the effigy of him. July 15th, Neville leads Lennox to one of these named distilleries to a dude named Miller. Instead of Miller being there, Neville and Lennox find a whole fucking armed mob there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bruv. And they demand that these boys stop handing out these writs. Right. They might have even come with negotiations like, maybe try it after, lads.
Yeah.
Something to us after the fucking... I hope they tried that anyway.
Yeah.
Were they all aware that the law was changing it?
I don't know, because they're hicks, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are fucking hillbillies.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they even knew about the law change. Either way, stop for handing out the fucking writs, lads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All I'm doing is making whiskey. A sip of whiskey, thinking about that now. So yeah. They come across this armed mob. Shit's getting tense. It's a big heated debate. And suddenly a musket is fired in the air. Lennox and Neville book it. They're spooked by that. They
run
book
away.
it. They run away on their horses.
Pussies.
Neville heads back home, and Lennox heads to Pennsylvania. Here's the thing: that night when returning home to Bower Hill, Neville was like, "Shit's gonna pop off. I feel it in my bones, bruv." He starts arming his family,
Oh, shit.
and he starts arming his slaves.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Starts
He's expecting something big.
Yeah, bruv, and he starts prepping.
Do the
the
whiskey
house.
boys have slaves? We know
I doubt
why.
they're rich enough to have slaves.
So
Well,
really,
some of them may do,
Yeah.
especially a dude who comes up later. He may do.
So to say, because all of these guys trying to tax them, they're the guys who have still got slaves. So
Yeah, totally.
they're the bad guys, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
100%. This is time when these hillbillies are totally cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This time the government's got the slaves and these redneck hicks are cushy as fuck.
Yeah.
They're just trying to drink.
Trying to
Just
drink
having a
rice.
good time. You know what I mean? Guys can't have a good time. So, July 16th, the next day, 1794, 30 whiskey boys turn up to Neville's yard.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit's going down.
They demand the surrender of Neville and Lennox, because they think Lennox, who
He's
fucked
still-
off to Pennsylvania, is still with him in the house. Neville ignores the negotiation and opens fire,
Oh.
Oh boy.
and he kills one of the rebels, Oliver Miller.
Which
Shit.
is the guy that was originally looking for.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's A. Miller.
Yeah, it's
so
A. Miller, yeah,
if
maybe
it's not him,
related.
it's his son or his uncle or whatever.
Cousin. You know, we're not rednecks.
Yeah, that's it. Loving cousins.
Yeah, yeah.
Cousin, brother, and father, probably.
So the rebels open fire. They don't inflict any damage, and there's just sort of like a back and forth between them. After which, the rebels actually retreat back to nearby Couch's fort, so they didn't get any shots on. They lost a dude. But by July 17th, the next day, the Whiskey Boys then returned to Bower Hill with up to 600 geezers.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was a big movement overnight, that, wasn't it?
Now they're taking shit seriously. Now they'll listen to us.
Matey, as well, Neville in the house, he managed to get a couple of reinforcements as well. But he only got 10 US Army soldiers.
Yeah.
But that did include his brother-in-law, who was like a general or something.
Yeah.
And during the night as well, before the 600 geezers turned up, Neville and his brother-in-law fucked off and hid in a ravine.
So they just left the house empty.
Left the house with the slaves and the family in there, and then fucked off.
Those sound like proper geezers.
And the soldiers in there as well. So, whilst Fed Boy Lennox actually also tries to come back up the house as well, but when he's on his way there, he's actually captured by the Whiskey Boys.
That's good.
So they got that chavvy. And a little negotiation starts between the Whiskey Boys and those still inside the house.
Do you reckon the Whiskey Boys were all pissed up by this point?
Fuck, I reckon they're pissed up
Yeah, the
most of
whole time.
The whole time.
Never
If they-
sobered up.
Never.
No.
They're not allowed
Because
to.
if they sobered up a little bit, maybe one of them would have been like, do you think this is a bad idea, guys? 'Cause I'm not sure. We've got like the US Army like shooting at us. Like, I'm starting to think maybe whiskey is a bad idea.
We're holding a family hostage in their own house.
Is this too far?
I think there's a slave pointing a gun at me.
I was just say, imagine the hangover when they wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Biggest regret, right? Fucking horrid regret. So, yeah, they have these negotiations, and in the negotiations, they do allow the women and the children to leave.
No, that's
That's
nice.
right then.
They're like, go and get
And then
out
they beat the fuck out of them.
After that, the gunfire starts.
Nice.
But it's only about an hour of back and forth.
So that's 2 shots each. So yeah.
After about an hour, the rebels report seeing a white flag come from the house.
Nice.
So McFarlane, who's the general,
I've McFarlane.
yeah, I can't remember his first name. I think I've got it writing it down. I haven't, unfortunately. So McFarlane, he's actually a Revolutionary War veteran, and I'm pretty sure he was a general and he was fucking high up. So he's a proper
got a good
war
bit of
hero.
experience.
Yeah, man. He orders a ceasefire because his boys are saying there's a white flag.
Yeah.
He steps out into the open, and then a shot sounds out from the cabin, and it hits McFarlane.
Oh shit.
Hits him with a mortal wound, and he fucking drops
That's some
right on the
dirty
spot.
tactics right there.
Yeah, bruv.
Jeez.
Obviously, the rebels are pissed about this.
Yeah.
They start opening fire again. They end up closing the distance, burning the house down, burning the slave quarters down. They take Neville, Lennox, and the army major, who's his brother-in-law,
Yeah.
prisoner.
Fair play. Has a successful little
What happened to all
fucking.
the other people in the house? They
Well, the women and children went.
women, children went.
Everyone else has been nicked, apart
Okay.
from the slaves. It's 1700s America. They're rednecks. I'll only leave your imagination to let you know what they did with
Yeah.
the slaves after burning down the quarters in the house.
Yeah.
July 18th, so a day after that, McFarlane, the war hero general, he's given a hero's funeral.
Nice.
Yeah, and his murder further radicalises more in the countryside.
Yeah, hyping it up.
That's it. August 1st, 1794, 7,000 angry country bumpkins gather at Braddock's Field. The plan? marching to Pittsburgh.
How many was that, sorry?
That was 7,000.
Fuck, man.
Angry country bumpkins, bruv. The plan, march into Pittsburgh, which they called the New Sodom, loot the homes of the wealthy and burn them down.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. But a lot of these protesters who turn up, they're not even whiskey distillers.
They're just turning
Yeah,
up
they're
for
just up
laughs.
for the loot.
They're just up
Just
for
like
the
the Black Lives Matters riots.
Well, yeah, so
It was a few years back, wasn't it? There was all running round.
yeah,
Was that Black Lives Matters?
there was
Well,
a few of
No,
them.
something like that.
There was a
That guy got shot by the police, didn't he?
There was a
Over here.
few of over
And then
here,
it all
yeah.
went
Oh,
mad.
what was his
And
name?
they just looted, yeah. I remember
Lawrence?
that now.
Was it Lawrence something? Something Lawrence?
No.
No, that's the other guy, wasn't
And
it?
it's like not even the police station was targeted. It was literally just like
Yeah, it was like Tesco, Asda, and
Little corner shops and that, like
Yeah.
independent stores.
I'd been up for. I was supporting the big corporations. Look
totally loot them all day.
Yeah, leave the little corner shops alone.
Yeah, and there was that famous sofa shop which went down. It'd been around in Croydon for fucking years. So, it's like I said, a lot of these protesters won't even really anything to do with it. They may be pissed about McFarlane. And some dude did manage to calm the rioters down. Some few people from Pittsburgh turned up. And we're sort of like, dudes, we're on your side.
Yeah.
Chill. They even bought them 6 barrels of whiskey. Like, yo, we heard you guys like whiskey.
Oh,
we
we'll
got
give you
our
that,
own fucking
we'll give you that
whiskey.
impression.
So yeah, they managed to quell them, calm them down. Some dudes gave speeches as well, like, yo, fucking chill the fuck out, guys. You don't even make whiskey, you pricks. So they ended up having a peaceful march on the sea, which is quite nice, especially for back then. But a few barns were burned down. Tell a lie. A few barns were burned down.
Well, you can't go about a nice peaceful process without burning a few things down.
It's like an away day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
You got to finish it with a
Yeah,
fucking big send off. Do you know what I mean? But the barns are actually owned by the U.S. Army general, who was Neville's brother-in-law. Who was arrested as well.
That's good.
So, you know what I mean? It was direct. It's not like they're just getting matey's barn down the road.
Yeah.
They're getting a specific dude's barn. So fair play. So then we got August the 4th, before Big George W. passed a proclamation claiming that the rest of the Appalachian Mountains is currently in a state of rebellion. Fair play. And he starts raising an army to march on Pennsylvania.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Here's the...
So is this good?
Go on.
Yeah, this is a rebellion. It's not getting classed as like a starts of a civil war.
No, it's just a
If
rebellion.
it grew bigger though.
I think that's what they're trying to stop here.
Yeah.
And that's what he's proclaiming, like, yo, they're in a state of rebellion.
Yeah.
We need to fucking sort this. I mean, that's not too bad of a move. I think it's a fair play move after what's just happened. The battle at fucking Bower Hill, I think, is a fair one to be like, yeah, this is a rebellion.
Yeah.
But there is a snaky man doing a snaky man move.
Always is.
Yeah, guess who's back? Hamilton, the
This
motherfucker.
fucking snaky cunt.
So now, at the same time this is all going on, he's using a pseudonym and publishing stories in newspapers where he's calling for the abolishment, the dissolution of these mobs, and saying that the government should step in with military intervention.
Oh,
Fucking
this
modern day
motherfucker.
journalism.
Isn't it, bruv? And it's actually...
Propaganda.
Yes.
Is it the first lot of propaganda?
In that country, for sure.
As I said, did they use propaganda during the Civil War?
What, during the American Revolutionary War?
Yeah,
100%. 100%. But this is like, actually no, because Hamilton was doing the same thing during the Revolutionary War. But these currently in power, we're talking dude, I can't remember if he was the treasurer, but he was high up. We're talking about a dude who's literally in the seat of power, releasing articles in newspapers under a pseudonym. Yeah. And they're doing that back then, and you don't think they're doing shit like that now.
Yeah,
or
definitely.
People don't. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's fucking snaky Hamilton.
These motherfuckers.
You know?
I've never seen that play and I'm fuming.
Yeah, I know, but when you go watch it, he's not a hero, but then he does some scummy things.
I'm going to be booing him.
To be fair, when George Washington came on the screen, I was like, woo! He's really love. He's fucking sick of his wooden teeth and that. And he was alright with his slaves, so. August 14th, 1794, that's today in history, lads.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. The Whiskey Boys hold a convention. Now, I didn't tell you what they came to at that convention. I'm sure you can imagine what's going on with the new news. They've been finding out President making proclamation.
Yeah.
This convention is actually them appointing a committee to meet with the peace commissioners, which George W. is also sending, because they've decided at this point, like, maybe we should have peace.
Maybe this is a bit far.
Is
They
this the
started
hangover?
sobering up now, yeah.
Well, the whiskey ran out.
You know, they all sat around in the morning and that, and you're like, fucking hell, Dave, do you remember what you said last night? You were like, wouldn't it be funny if we started a revolution and that? And someone else was like, no, we did. You're like, wait, what? Everyone's checking their Snapchat, like, fuck! I didn't, fuck!
Who called up the whole fucking league to go down a Bower Hill?
Oh,
I
fuck.
think we burnt that house down, lads. I think we fucking...
That one geezer just walking around to everyone, you never guess what you done.
Yeah, how are you feeling today?
You start
mate?
panicking, like, fuck, who did I upset?
Someone writes, oh, I've got 25 missed calls from my missus. Fucking hell.
You're going to be wondering where I am.
Oh, I'm sorry, love, I just got... It started out as... You know what it's like. It started out as one.
25 carry.
Who the fuck is the army at my front door?
So, by September 1794, George Washington has amassed an army of 30,000 troops.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what is it now, 30,000 versus 7,000, was it?
There were 7,000 protesters. Yeah.
I bet half of them ran away.
More than like, well, once George Washington amassed 30,000 troops, a fair few chappies ran away.
Yeah.
September 25th, he delivers a speech officially declaring military intervention with his 30,000 chavvies. I've got a bit of the speech. I require all officers and other citizens, according to their liberal duties, as far may be in their powers, to bring under the cognizance of the law of all offenders in the frontiers. September 30th, George W. and Hamilton jump into a carriage to Pennsylvania, army in front of them, off to battle.
Are they? So they're going to the actual battlefield.
They're actually going up themselves.
That's what leaders should have been back in the. Like
It's
they were back.
prototype,
That's
innit?
what leaders should still be now.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking bunch of pussies we got now.
I always like George W. just for that 'cause he's a straight up general.
Yeah,
Like, he was a general
He's
a few
going
times.
there, like regardless of his views, he's going there.
Yeah. So he's got to do the job.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that he's quite famous for, he's actually known for, even though like he wins the Revolutionary War, he's the first president, as a general, do you know what his best skill was? His ability to know when to retreat.
No.
He was fucking awesome at retreating. Like, really good at it, that it helped him win future battles and
Didn't
stuff.
have some like pride issues where
Nah.
he was like, need to stay. Like,
Yeah.
He was like, fuck this, boys, get the fuck
Yeah,
out
he was
of
like,
here.
lads, this is looking
Yeah.
fucking square, lads, let's get out of here.
Smart guy.
Yeah, that's it. So, the Whiskey Boys leaders at this point, they hear that George W's down with the 30,000 geezers, and the rebellion really starts to fucking die out.
They didn't think we could take them.
No, not at all. Key leaders start fleeing to like fucking Spanish continents down south, and like fleeing all over the shop up into Canada.
How many states at the time
Hmm.
would have been affected by the whiskey taxing? How many states were?
Well, all states, it would have been all
Mainly.
states, but the ones who are sort of rebelling in the guys west of Appalachian, so I think we're talking like Virginia.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if Kentucky was about by this point. Kentucky maybe south of the Appalachians, I'm not entirely sure. My geography's shit, bruv.
Because they might have been able to get a fair few boys together.
A fair few. I think there was like five or six. I remember seeing a list of states who were at that meeting
Yeah.
for the convention. I think there was a good 4 or 5 of them. When there's only 13 colonies at this point,
Yeah.
it's not a bad number.
I wonder whether they would have had more luck getting more people in if it was like a few years later. Just because it's probably so close to like
the
the
revolution.
revolution.
Yeah,
I bet there was a lot of chavvies that were like, it's not worth it.
Don't
Like,
do
war's
that.
not worth it, man. It's fucking horrific. Like,
Yeah,
geezers
fair
with their
point.
legs blown off, and they probably sat there telling them like, just don't. It's not worth it.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, maybe if it was like the next generation of
Yeah,
lads
yeah.
down,
Yeah.
they might be like, yeah, my old man fought.
Yeah,
So why
100%.
fuck shouldn't I?
Yeah, so why shouldn't I?
Yeah. Where this is literally the geezers who just had the
Yeah,
revolution
exactly.
all being like, I'm still pissed, you know
Yeah.
what? Like, still angry about everything. So, the Whiskey Boys leaders, they're all fleeing. Before George has even arrived, the rebellion has already begun to fade away. October 9th, Carlisle, Pennsylvania, George meets with the last remaining rebels. Rather than a militia of drunk boys, he feels like he's just busting as the head teacher into a room full of like fucking frightened schoolboys. They tell Washington that they accept his authority and that they'll stand down.
No, just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Fucking hell, I was expecting a bit more of
They
a...
pulled the France move.
But of course I've got some extra shit that happens to you just after it, right? Because we need to hate on some fucking evil banking bastards.
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck them guys.
Because George W. leaves Pennsylvania, and guess who leaves in charge of the army when he leaves?
Go on.
Fucking Hamilton.
Oh.
Hamilton in charge of the army.
Was Hamilton a army guy? Was he a general?
Not
Anything
at
like
all.
that before?
Not
No, just a
really.
writer.
No, he was a writer and a bit of a philosopher and thinker. I mean, I guess he was an army guy. He was in the Revolutionary War, but he was also George Washington's secretary during the Revolutionary War, and would
He had
constantly
the admin job.
Yeah, he did. He had the admin job. He'd always be trying to get out on the front line because he believed that he needed to be in a war. But George W. was always like, "No, I need you. I need you
Too much
doing."
of a pussy.
Yeah,
He
probably.
killed him the first day.
Yeah, I reckon he was like cack-handed as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like George W. was like, nah, bro, you got. I need you to sort out them letters.
Well, he was definitely cat-handed.
Yeah.
He lost the duel with Aaron Burr, didn't he? So cat-handed as fuck. So he leaves him in charge. George W's like, stick around these parts for a few months with the boys. I'm going back to Philly. November 14th, Hamilton goes full villain, bruv. He feels disrespected by his drunken hips, rebelling against his shiny new tax, and he instigates a massive mass arrest. Yeah, he arrests over 150 men and boys. The people in the West start hanging his like a very small protest. They start hanging his portrait upside down anywhere it's in public.
Okay.
Nice.
Just be
Sort of
like,
like a bit satanic.
yeah, so like,
Yeah.
fuck this guy, he's a dick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whiskey distillers, some in Pennsylvania state still do this as a tradition to this day.
Nice,
They have a
I
picture
like
of
that.
Hamilton upside down in their distilleries. Hamilton ends up whistling the 150 dudes down to about 20 to 25 dudes
Yeah.
who are going to get in trouble for it. He marches them to Philadelphia, the capital at the time, and on the 25th of December, Christmas Day, 1794, the 20 whiskey prisoners are arriving at Philly, but they're met by what Philly's known for, especially after an Eagles game, a fucking angry mob, marking the end of the whiskey rebellion. There are some trials afterwards. The trials are a bit of shambles. There's lack of evidence, much like some other rebellion or protests that maybe went a bit awry earlier this year,
Yeah.
where a load of people get arrested, and then it gets
Nothing
wheeled
really
down because there's nothing here to
Yeah.
arrest them for, and then in the court it's happening again, as there's lack of evidence, and most of these dudes are just rioters. All the ringleaders have already fled. Out of the 20 to 25 dudes, only 2 dudes out of the 150 altogether
hell.
arrested, only 2 dudes are convicted.
Ugh.
One of the dudes, Philip Regal, he was arrested for beating a taxman.
Trying to wiggle out of it, worm his way out of it.
John Mitchell, who was regarded as a simpleton, he was got convicted for robbing the US mail when they were trying to find out who's like conspirating with the government.
So they just chose a dumb one.
Yeah, they just chose a dumb dude and a dude who they know beat a taxman.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, they really showed them.
Yeah, and they executed him for treason.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Yeah, they hanged him.
Bastards.
And then on top of that, later down the line, fucking George Washington pardons them,
Oh, that's always seems so disrespectful.
doesn't it?
You know when
Yeah.
they like pardon people like 150 years later,
Yeah.
like just leave it. Like you've already done enough. Just
Yeah.
You've
You're
already
trying to
ruined
remember
their
God,
life.
like, we already know that you wrongly convicted him. Just leave it. Don't embarrass yourself by being like, well, you're wrong.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it. That's well, it's usually that individual trying to get those good
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
Like, look, I'm saying it's wrong too.
I
Yeah.
would tell this thing that happened 200 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
As if it's going to matter to
Yeah.
anybody now.
Yeah, especially now it's already fucking all
Yeah.
done and
It's
happened.
for the social media likes,
Yeah,
bro.
it's just literally brownie points.
Yeah.
It is, yes, 100% that. It's fucking brownie points. But yeah, that's the whiskey rebellion, lads.
That was sick. I've never heard of that before.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
it
pretty
was fun
nice.
to learn about as
I
well.
like little shit like that.
I
That's
feel like
good.
that's probably got lost between, like, because it was so close, as you said, after the
Revolutionary
War. It probably gets lost that little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a big starter. Bit of tax and corporations going on there.
very early on, and
Yeah.
the actual politicians writing fucking under pseudonyms and writing
Yeah.
articles to sway political persuasion to get
No,
military involved.
don't do that now though.
No, it's all changed now.
Of course,
They're
there's
much
Everything
more
you see on Instagram and Facebook is real.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%, 100%.
And everything you read in the newspapers is real.
It's real. It's not.
And the
not
TV.
pseudonym.
Yep.
And radio,
And the radio.
everything I hear is
It's
real.
all true.
It's all true.
Mad, isn't
And
it?
anyone that says anything different is a dangerous extremist.
He's a racist bigot, and you should.
Yeah,
Should
dangerous
stop.
racist bigot, and they need to
Yeah.
stop. But yeah, it's wild to see, like you said, even the fucking corporations with little backhand deals on the taxes and
Yeah.
sticking. It's fucking loopy. When we did the Barbary Pirates War, and we sort of saw how they got an old leader to try and come back and
Yeah.
usurp. It was like, man, the US have been playing the same trick since their birth, bruv. The same tricks.
How are
Been quite successful with it as well.
Yeah, ain't no bad.
Done alright.
Just keep playing it over and over again. I just don't understand how people don't see it.
Yeah, innit? But they're just doing that cheat, like, do you know when someone's got that one sick move on Tekken?
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
cheat code.
yeah,
Yeah, spam it.
Just spamming the fuck out of it.
It's like me when I play video games.
Yeah, just find that left high kick and spam that shit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's it, that's what I'm doing, bro.
He's like, oh, you play properly. No.
Stand and bang. No, I love like that sort of period of history.
It's a fun one, isn't
It's
it?
so just like fucking. It was nuts, but it was like civilized, but it wasn't. But it was. It's like such like a weird in between stage. It's
It
all
was
so
civilised,
nutty.
but you feel like you could have actually sculpted something.
Yeah, you
of
could have
the-
done something whatever you wanted to do. Sort of thing like.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, I think they could have easily still fought back if they'd have kept the numbers there.
keep it guerrilla warfare style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
When you still
a lot
could.
of other countries have carried on doing that for years.
For
after.
years.
I just think you
Yeah.
could have like snuck into the city, fucked with shit, and fucked back off to the woods, and no one would
Yeah.
even fucking know like
That's
where
it.
you were at, like what you were doing.
Go further west, but then
Yeah.
you deal with engines and shit like
Yeah.
that. So
Well,
it's-
that all like the Oregon Trail and that fucking
Yeah,
fuck all
yeah,
that.
exactly.
You know, when you read all the stories from that
yeah,
shit.
that's it. Maybe not. I mean, of course, like they didn't have the West then, so it wouldn't
No.
have just been bare
Yeah.
engines. So fuck that. Actually,
Yeah, fuck all that.
that'd be scary shit. But still, it's a wild time.
Yeah.
Wild time.
I did read a thing.
Go on, what you got?
I don't think it was too far after the end of this.
Go on. Oh yeah, because you got some 95 stuff for us,
Yeah.
didn't you?
I did have. Let's see if I can find it.
Kieran, you got any gigs coming up, bro?
I think we've got Penny Theatre in Canterbury next weekend,
Nice.
26th, I think,
Yeah.
and then playing at the Alexander as well on the 27th.
In Chatham?
Yes, for
Nice.
Kimbo Fest, I believe it's called.
Nice, bro.
What about you? Stand up.
Yeah, I got a couple actually. I've even written them down this
Oh,
time.
you've actually got a date.
Yeah,
Do it,
boy.
hit us with it.
I got the Slap and Giggle comedy.
Nice,
It's in the Laundry Pub in Exmouth Market in London, Tuesday the 22nd.
nice.
And then I've got Kiss the Sky comedy at Kiss the Sky in Camden on Friday the 25th.
Nice.
Yeah, bruv.
Were they 5 minutes, 10 minutes? What do you got?
Slap and Giggles 5. Kiss the Sky's 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Been writing more shit, isn't it?
I have, yeah. I've been changing a lot of stuff. I've worked that, without giving away too much, I ended up slipping it into the podcast last week a little bit. I don't know if you remember, without saying any of the words, to one bit I've sent you before.
Yeah.
And I've reworded it using that and made it come in a little bit less harsh. Because before it was a bit harsh,
Bit on the line, yeah.
but I've managed to make it a little bit more respectable of getting away with
Yeah.
doing it. And the word is almost a punch line as well, so it's quite well done. I'm proud of how it's come out.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, I'm going to be trying that out. I've got another 5 minute this week, so I'm going to be doing half the set this place, half the set the other place, see how it goes for that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I found a bit.
All gone.
go on.
So, it was just before. It
Yeah.
was the United States Department of War was established.
Oh shit, what year?
1789.
Oh damn,
So
yeah.
they had that just in place, just as that was all kicking off then.
Just when it's ready for like,
Yeah.
I need 30,000 lads to go
Yeah.
beat up some fucking whiskey drinking.
Yeah.
Almost like it
Hicks.
was planned.
I bet Hamilton's fucking pseudonym letters were like, we might as well use this Ministry of War.
yeah.
Let's just be creative. Let's try it out.
But yeah, we're going to be watching the musical Hamilton very differently now.
Yeah.
You might cheer when he gets shot. Oh, spoiler warning.
Didn't want to watch it anyway.
Cool.
Cool, yeah.
Cool, man.
I think I'll edit that last part so it